In the previous lesson, we learned that there are two types of fractions. Proper fractions, for example 3 upon 4, where the numerator is always smaller than the denominator, which means that the fraction is always less than 1. And improper fractions, for example 5 upon 4, where the numerator is always larger than the denominator, which means that the fraction is always greater than 1. We also learned that an improper fraction can be written in two ways, as an improper fraction such as 5 upon 4 and as a mixed fraction such as 1 and 1 upon 4. As these are two different ways of writing the same fraction, we can convert a mixed fraction to an improper fraction and an improper one to a mixed fraction. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to convert a mixed fraction to an improper fraction. Let's take an example of a mixed fraction. Let's say 1 and 1 upon 4. It is comprised of two parts, one whole part and another fractional part. Look at this whole part. It represents one whole object. So let's draw one whole object. We will visualize the whole process of conversion so that we truly get the concept clear. Now we are going to convert this whole object into parts. Since the fraction 1 upon 4 represents one part out of an object divided into 4 parts, we will divide this whole object also into 4 parts. So our whole number 1 should become 4 when counted as parts. And how does this happen? It happens when we multiply 4 by 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Now this fraction 1 upon 4 is just one part of an object which is divided into 4 parts. So we will draw one whole object, divide it into 4 equal parts and take just one part. Now we are going to add these parts together. We can easily notice that we now have 5 parts in total. And we can write these 5 parts in mathematical language as 5 upon 4. We are using the denominator 4 to indicate that the parts come from an object which is divided into 4 parts. Now here also we will add the parts. We already have 4 times 1, that is 4 parts. We will now add this to the numerator 1. So in the first step we multiplied denominator 4 by the whole number 1. In the second step, we added the numerator 1. We will keep the denominator 4 as it is because all these parts come from an object which is divided into 4 parts. Upon solving, we get 5 upon 4. This is our improper fraction. While doing math problems, we do not need to draw anything. We are doing it here to understand the concept behind the steps involved. Let's take another example of a mixed fraction which is 2 and 1 upon 3. The whole number 2 represents two whole objects, so let's draw them. As the fractional part is 1 upon 3, which means one part out of an object divided into 3 parts, so we will divide each of these whole objects into 3 parts. This way our whole number 2 converts to 6 parts. And how does this happen? It happens when we multiply 3 by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. This fractional part 1 upon 3 represents one part out of an object divided into 3 parts. So we will draw a whole object divided into 3 equal parts and keep just one part. Now we will add all these parts. We can clearly see that we have now 7 parts. We can write it in the mathematical notation as 7 upon 3. Here also we will add the numerator 1. So first we multiplied 3 by 2 and then added 1. We will keep the denominator as 3. Upon solving, we get 7 upon 3, which is our improper fraction. Let's now do some conversions without drawing anything. We have a mixed fraction 3 and 1 upon 2. We will multiply 2 by 3 and then add the numerator 1. We will keep the denominator 2 as it is. Upon solving, we get 7 upon 2. Thus, the mixed fraction 3 and 1 upon 2 is now converted to improper fraction 7 upon 2. Here is another example. Multiply 6 by 5 and then add the numerator 4. Keep the denominator as it is. Solve it and we get our improper fraction as 34 by 6. See you in the next class.